All right, so now that we have our Java development kit set up and our Eclipse installed and set up, let's go ahead and make a Java project, another one. I made this little simple one to test out my installations, but let me go a little more in depth. I go to File, and then I'm going to hit New. And you may not have these up here. If you don't, you can always go to Other, and then I have this as my recently used. You can scroll down. You see Java, there's some Java there. You hit Java project, and now you're there. Or if you just see Java project, just hit that. So my project name, I'm going to say my project 02, and the default location, I'm going to use that. That's just where all your Java files are going to be dumped onto your computer. So you can navigate here if you need to access them in some other way other than Eclipse. My execution environment, I'm going to use my Java Standard Edition 1.8. This down here would be fine too. This JDK 1.8.0 underscore 261. Anything with 1.8, even JRE 1.8 would work. Alrighty, so hit finish. And let's open this up. And under source, that's where we're going to put all of our classes. This is just the library that got added when we made our project. Under source, we're going to right click and new, and then class. All right, now packages are folders that are going to be subfolders to our Java project, and it's usually your domain name in reverse. So I'm at simtechgamedevelopment.com, so I'm going to do com.simtechgamedevelopment. Then once you get to this point, do another dot and then do your project name. My project 02. And then and they're all lowercase if you didn't notice. And my class name is going to start with an uppercase. I'm just going to call it application because this is where my main method's going to be, and this is where I'm going to start my application. And it's only going to be one class, but anyway. We have this public static void main. I'm going to click that. It's going to add a stub for me, and that is where my class will start in this method right here. And I'll explain a lot of this later. This is kind of complicated for now. We're just trying to get things running right now, right? All right, we have a print statement. You already kind of seen that. System out, print line, and the ln on the end of that line will give you a new line feed after this prints out. So I'll say this is a test. All right. And if you want a shortcut for that system out print line, just do sys out. And this works in Eclipse. I don't know if it works in anything else. Hold down Control, press space, and there you go. I'll say this is a second test. Alrighty. So that's pretty simple. Let's go ahead and I saved it. I'm gonna right click and hit run as Java application. There we go. This is a test. This is a second test. Everything's working fine. Let's do a little more. Let's do a data type, our very first data type. Now we're going to do an int. Well, these are actually data types, right? These are strings, but we haven't discussed these. We're going to do int because it's simpler. And an int is an integer, basically a number without a decimal point. Say int val1 equals 5, int val2 equals 7. So if you did something like 7.2, it wouldn't like it. See, it's red. So nope, as an int, we want an int, not a decimal point. There we go. And now we want to get the sum of those two numbers. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's go int sum equals, and now I can initialize. See what I'm doing is, this is my data type. I'm saying, hey, this variable, this is my variable where I'm storing data, right? A variable is a named place where you can store things for your computer to use, and you can change it. And right here, I'm going to assign the variable. See, all these are assignments, equal signs. I'm going to assign val1 plus val2. All right, so I can even make assignments to variables as I declare them. That's kind of cool. All right, we have too many print statements here. Let's get rid of that. So sys out, control space, and I'm going to do the sum of two numbers And I want to print this out too, right? It's really easy to do that. If you use the plus sign and you have a string on one of those sides of the plus sign, you can put an integer here and it's going to concatenate the integer to this string. And this is all going to print out. That's pretty cool. There we go. Whoop, I forgot to save it. There we go, save it. And here we go. The sum of two numbers is 12. So we did a little tiny computation. We discussed a little bit about creating a class and what a package is. Look at it. This is my package name, right? And it's pretty long here. You can open it up though. If you go to, I want to show you this too. A lot of people use this. Go to Window and then Show View and look for something called Navigator. If it's not in there, go to Other and then just type Navigator. A lot of people, it's deprecated, but a lot of people still use it. And the Navigator, oh, where did that go? That went down here. Let's go up here. Let's put it right there. I like the Navigator better because it shows the file structure. So if you went to My Project Source, then you could do a list on the directory. You'd see the COM. You'd go into COM. You could see that. And it's broken down that way. And here's our Java application. We can still right click and run it. All right, so there you go. There's a little bit. I didn't want to get too much into theory. I just wanted to make it kind of run. Hopefully it didn't get too boring. And I will see you in the next video.